So 15 years ago, I was already practicing self-love because of what I had undergone and what life had taught me much early in my life itself, when self-love and self-care and all these things were not part of the mainstream. They had not become part of the popular culture and people were unaware of it and they found it quite selfish. So 15 years back, when I was with a certain person, they asked me this question, saying, I know that you love me, but I think you love yourself more. And I said, of course I love myself more. But they were very shocked at my answer because even if you feel that way, you're not supposed to say it. They were like, okay, she actually said it. You're not supposed to feel that for yourself. And even if you do, you're not supposed to say it. So it came like a shock for that person and they were not able to believe it for some time. They were like, what the hell? I mean, so because they were still in those mindsets where self-sacrificing was normal and that was supposed to be good when you're in relationships or when you're part of a family dynamic, and self-love hadn't surfaced on earth till then. Isn't that person supposed to not prioritize themselves and put that other person first? Isn't that what we do in relationships? That is what we've been seeing all our life. That is supposed to be right? So those were the questions that they had and they were quite shook. But thankfully that person understands this concept now, and it has taken them a long time, about 10 to 15 years, but they have understood it finally because they also were taught harsh lessons by the universe over and over again, and finally they have been able to understand this and accept it. I'm very happy for them that they have come to the same space now. That's what some of us have learned these lessons very early and understood these concepts, and now we navigate life, approach life from that space. We operate life from that space. They have also learned their lessons again with huge chaos, and the universe came and taught them many lessons again and again to show them, okay, this is how it works. Please don't forget it, don't mess it up again. And then we'll be like, oh yes, I remember now. Because we already know these things, but then as soon as we come to earth, we forget about things, right? The veil is too thick. We forget about self-love. We forget about how to navigate on earth, and we go via the rules that people make, that man makes. But it takes time to again remember what we anyway know. It started trending because of people like us who started speaking about it over and over again, writing articles, making podcasts, creating content about it, and taking decisions again and again in their life in favor of self-love, to lead as an example for other people. People all over the world have contributed to this, right? Because that is part of the new world. This concept is part of the new world. Even that person who was initially shocked is very much agreeing with this concept now and is implying that in their life also, because finally they are convinced. Finally they understand, okay, this is the way, right? And their life is changing now because of what they have implied, what they have applied in their life. They are also for it now because they got mistreated by people way too much. They fell into bad situations way too much for not being able to understand this. The whole self-sacrificing idea that when you're in a relationship or in a family dynamic, you might have to put yourself in the background, in the back burner most of the times, 80% of the times, is a concept people are slowly letting go. Even that person is let it go completely. Most people should respectfully understand this concept before you go through tragedies. Don't wait for tragedies to hit you. Try to understand this now itself.